Hi, Democrats. Today is Friday, June 4th, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Live. Happy Friday. So today I'm just really going to talk about elections. That's it. I'm skipping all of that stuff. I did an update yesterday on answering some questions about convention, and I've gotten a lot more questions about convention. So I think it's important that I talk about it because everybody needs to be prepared. Even though this is an inter-party ballot, my rule still stands. I want everybody to have free and fair access to the ballot box. Feel educated when they get there and know that their vote will count. And that counts for inter-party elections as well. So before I jump to that, I do want to say two things, right? So tomorrow, June 5th, the Disability Federation was scheduled. It has now been postponed. They ran into a snag that would, in essence, make gathering tomorrow a waste of everyone's time. So they're going to work through that and reschedule that convention. So if you were planning on attending, just keep watching and they'll send you a notification, particularly for the folks who have already registered. They'll send you a notification when it's time to re-register, when they have more of the pieces that they need to make sure that it's a good, thorough convention. So that was scheduled for tomorrow. In Tulsa and a couple other communities, there are propositions on the ballot. For Tulsa, early voting is open now. So whether you got your absentee ballot in advance, like I've been begging you to do, or if you just want to vote early, early voting is open. It'll be open from 9 to 2 tomorrow in Tulsa. So get your vote on. All righty. So we need to talk about those elections. Now let's talk about state convention. State convention is scheduled for a week from tomorrow. We're almost there. June 12th. Our keynote speaker is Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett from the Virgin Islands. Super excited. She's been emailing back and forth. She's very excited. So I can't wait to see what she's going to be talking about. So I want to get that out of the way. That's our keynote speaker. Really looking forward to that. So again, what happens at convention? We will be reviewing our platform, which is what we call our resolutions. We will be reviewing, updating, modifying our platform so that it is real time now. We will be updating our constitution and bylaws, which is how we do everything. We'll be updating that. And then we will be deciding who our leadership team is. It's our chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. So far, we have 3 candidates who have announced that they're running for chair. 3. There's rumors that there are more. There are 3. Vice chair, there's only been 1 announced candidate, secretary, 1 announced candidate, and treasurer, 1 announced candidate. Then additionally, we'll be electing 4 affirmative action officers, 4. So in total, we'll be electing 8 folks. And that goes pretty quickly, right? That goes pretty quickly. So the election part goes pretty quickly. The rest of it, but we'll get through it as quickly as we can get through it. And we have teams that are working very hard to get all of that kind of stuff lined out so that we can move through convention as effectively as possible. So I'm going to go through some of the questions that I've gotten so far. Will we have election results on the day of convention? Thought I answered that yesterday, but I'll answer it again. Yes, you will have election results right away. Not exactly real time because they all have to be entered, tallied, and then they will be posted. So we will have results the day of. Why can't I have the Zoom link now? That's a big question. So everybody got the call. I hope that you've gotten the call, and I hope that you've already gone out and registered. So you have to go out, get the call, register. We do the credentialing jazz again. And then right before convention, the day before convention, we will be sending out the Zoom link. And that's so we can control how many people get access to the Zoom link because it should only be delegates. And it's also so that it's not bad actors who would come to disrupt the convention. This is how we control who gets on it so that we can have the most pleasurable convention possible. So that's why you can't have your Zoom link now. It's not because you don't count. It's the process now. Can I participate if I don't have a computer? You can. So you can log on using your phone, using your cell phone, using your wall mount phone, using, the old fashioned push button phone at home. You can use that. You can log on your tablet, and you can log on a computer. All of those are ways that we can participate in convention, but we thought about it because we know that 25% of Oklahomans do not have reliable access to broadband. So we wanted to make sure that everyone could participate. We're not isolating people because of where they live. We are the party of inclusion. So yes, you can participate if you don't have a computer. The next question: what is a Google form? All righty. I think yesterday I said that the ballots will be done by a Google form, and I think I scared some folks. It's super easy. You don't have to know how a Google form works, but you will get a link, and all you have to do is mark your vote, and it all goes into the same spreadsheet so that we can do the calculations. And that's what a Google form is. It's just a spreadsheet where everyone can enter their own specific answers, and it calculates it all in one place. So, and that's how we're going to be doing all of our voting during convention. Super easy. You don't have to know how to do it in advance. And if you deal with the Democratic Party almost in any way, you've used a Google form. You just didn't know it. All right. So that's what a Google form is. And also, we've selected the Google form because in the Democratic Party, we don't have secret ballots. And so when you enter your vote, it will have your name and your PIN. So we can track back in case anybody thinks that there's any funny business. We can go back and count specific votes and who did it. So we took the Constitution and bylaws very seriously when we were developing the process. The next question: can my ballot be mailed to me in advance and I can just mail it back? No, because the way our convention works, people are nominated on the fly, or people announce that they're going to run and change their minds. And then our ballots are kind of spoiled. And then if you're voting from home in advance, you're not voting on the same thing that we're voting on. Just dial in or log in and participate that way. And have we taken ADA considerations into account? We have. Our meeting is set up for closed captioning. And if you've been watching me for any time, you have noticed maybe that I speak a little differently because I've been on closed captioning about 90 days, and it's making me articulate a whole lot better. I want everybody to be able to participate, able to understand, and be a part. So those are the questions that I've received overnight. I hope that that's been helpful. I hope that it's made you relax a little bit and know that participation will be almost as easy, or maybe even easier, because you don't have to get in your car and drive anywhere, almost as easy as if we were doing it in person. You guys have a great weekend. I'll be back Monday. If you have questions in the meantime, go out to the Oklahoma Democratic Party Facebook, add your questions there. We'll compile those questions and answer them as they come in. All righty, you guys have a good one.